My name is Susan Templeton Kinney. I grew up in San Angelo. I lived away for about 20 years and came back to raise kids. Our kids were 4 and 6 when we moved back to San Angelo. Helen Claire, our youngest daughter, was interested in the ballet. She would watch KERA and watch the long ballets just glued to the TV. So we figured we better traipse down and find out what was happening at what was SACB at the time. And so initially we were just supporting her in her interest. And then I was asked to serve on the board, and I had some nonprofit arts experience, so I jumped in there. In 1999, we were involved in a wonderful historic Nutcracker, and Paloma Herrera and Giuseppe Piccone and Tomas Soliamasi came down from American Ballet Theater. So it was unforgettable. It was exciting, and after that point, we were hooked and involved as a family. I remember my son working in tech and controlling lights, and my nephew backstage. And then Helen Claire's interest was consistent for years until she left for the National Ballet School and went on to have a professional career. I think one of the things that I'm most proud about with the ballet is that it is a creative space. It's not an institution that does it one way because we've always done it that way. It's a creative laboratory for the city. And while we are bringing back an important historic tradition of the Nutcracker, bringing it back to its home, true to form, it's original choreography, it's fresh, it's new sets, new costumes, and it will be exciting. And I know for the cast and for the audience and all of those involved, it will have that unique feeling of a creative product, birthing something creative locally that'll never be done again exactly like that and has never been done exactly like that. City Auditorium, renamed the Murphy, is a local treasure. It's amazing. The people who walk in the doors who have never seen it, from the Historic Commission and from other granting entities, their jaw drops because it is truly a national treasure. In, I believe it was 2008, I crawled all through this building and documented all of the atrocities that we could find, leaking pipes, damp, depressing hallways, inadequate backstage spaces, leaking toilets, and we sent it off to the Texas Historical Commission, and they quickly turned around our grant money to study the problem. And we've been I've been involved for about 10 years in that effort. The problem was easy to demonstrate, the potential was easy to demonstrate, and now we're to the glorious part of unveiling the renovation work. In 2004, what I remember about this space is I remember plunging the women's toilets in intermission. The symphony and the ballet and all of the wonderful groups that call this place their home have been fighting this space and all the repairs necessary. So it's particularly triumphant for all of us to return. The Nutcracker is a very special piece. I might say it's psychologically necessary for Christmas preparations. You should definitely not miss this Nutcracker because Ballet San Angelo will deliver something fresh and new, but also warm and comforting. America feels that way about their Nutcracker, and this is an important one to see.